All right, good morning from Kettle Creek State Park. This is day 3 of our Elk Scenic Drive. We're going to be heading down, I believe it's 144, towards Black Moshannon today. We're kind of waiting out for the park office here to open. We're going to go a little bit further up in the park and check this area out, but this has been a fantastic park to stay at. Alright, so Fran's fired up. Karen is inside getting things in travel mode, and we're going to be heading up the road. Super awesome campsite.
Okay, so we are at the Alvin R. Bush Dam. Gorgeous, beautiful area. It's really early in the morning, but this is a huge dam that was built in the 30s, I believe, to prevent flooding in the town of Renovo. Beautiful area. You can see the sun's just coming up in some areas. Clouds are kind of hanging on a little bit. I drove past this and there was 2 bald eagles sitting over there on a log right next to the lake. One of them has flown up in the tree and another one has gone over this way. So I guess it's a couple hunting together. We've seen that before. Alright, so the other eagle is right there in the tree. Sorry, it's focusing in and out. But yeah, you can see them up in the tree and they're out hunting this morning. Super cool. But yeah, I noticed their white little heads just sitting there. I was like, wow, that's kind of rare. For me, anyway.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. Yeah. So we are at Kettle Creek State Park, just checking out what this park has to offer. It's a beautiful park, surrounded by the I don't know what where the creek is over here.
Kettle Creek?
Is it Kettle Creek?
Well, I think that goes down into the
Cinnamahoney.
Yes.
Yes. All up in this area. They have huge dams up here to control the flooding, which is incredible how high the water can get here. But these are some beautiful areas. Again, we've had some major flooding here in this dam, and several of the others in this area control that. All right, Alvin Bush Dam.
75,000 acres, 24.4 billion gallons it can handle.
Incredible. So, we're finishing up our trip here to Kettle Creek State Park. The campground is really nice. It's a small, quaint little campground. It sits right on the creek. And then they have an upper campground as well, which is closed right now. So I guess they close at certain times of the year. But anyway, this is a really nice little state park. Real pretty. I guess that's Kettle Creek that runs through it.
So there's a ton of trails.
A lot of trails, it's really pretty through here. I'm guessing the hiking trails are pretty up and down here, but anyhow.
Apparently the home of an all-white eagle.
Yeah, one of the things we got to see when we drove into the park was there were 2 eagles hunting, and the park ranger told Shannon that there is an all-white eagle. It's a juvenile eagle. We didn't get a chance to see that. But anyhow, guys, just wanted to share with you Kettle Creek State Park, and we're on our way to Black Moshannon State Park now, hoping to see some elk along the way. All right. Okay, so we are back on the Elk Scenic Road, or the Elk Scenic Drive. We are at the Russell P. Letterman Wild Area, and this is a viewing area. I don't know what we're going to see, but this is where we are. And this is part of the Pennsylvania Wilds. Back on our little road trip. If I can see. Yeah, we're right here. Right there. Heading down this way. As you get to the top, wow, it's pretty. It's a beautiful view. Okay, so this area right here, this is part of the Scenic Drive, is an old growth forest, and that's why they have this set up this way, so that you can get out here and view an old growth forest. And I know I've talked about this in a lot of the videos where a lot of the woods forests were cut down during the 1800s, early 1900s. The lands were stripped. So there's not a lot of old growth forests in Pennsylvania anymore. And so they're trying to preserve these areas now. Shannon and I visited quite a few of them. The old growth forests where they have made them nature conservation areas, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's a beautiful view there. Look at the clouds laying in the valley out there. But that's what this is all about through here. So again, this is just part of the Pennsylvania Wilds Elk Scenic Drive through here. This is part of the old growth forest that's left here in Pennsylvania that they are trying to preserve. And it's kind of a pull-off area right off of the drive. We weren't sure what this was. I'm not sure that they have many more elk scenic views left in this part of the drive, but this is pretty. It's called Two Rock Run Scenic Overlook here. It is off the Elk Scenic Drive. I'm guessing it's just an overlook, so we're going to get out and check it out. Alright, and so there's a marquee out here. It tells you about this particular area. It says we are here. We're just going to walk back and take a look at the scenic views. Alright, and what we'll see here is a shrub area. Maybe we'll get to see something. Alright. There's two scenic areas off of this little trail. We took the left route first, and this is the overlook. It's a little bit hazy out today, but yeah, you can see way out there. And this board is completely gone, so we don't even know what this is about. Huh. But it is a pretty view. You can see it's kind of a forest that is restoring itself through here, from what I understand. Okay, so this is just a short little walk to this scenic view. It's a gravel path covered in leaves right now. Alright. And this is mostly for bird viewing out here. But there's a lot of bird activity. made it to Black Moshannon State Park, the scenic route. I would not recommend this route to anyone.
No.
It is a paved road, but it is in pretty bad shape. Mostly used for ATVs. There's a lot of ATV trails through here, but we are in the state park. Should soon be getting to one of the main roads in the state park that will take us to the campground and the lake and all of that. So thought I would just share with you this lumpy, bumpy road.
All right, so we came down to the concession, the camp store concession. They have some food in there, and today we're just gonna treat ourselves to a lunch. Getting some burgers and some fries. Woohoo! All right, now check that out. Look at that. Ooh. That, and we got big old stack of fries.
We are at the concessions in Black Moshannon State Park, and the guy that runs this place, so he has a chef that actually works with him. She made some homemade ham and bean soup today.
All right, so as we're walking, I noticed this. Obviously, a beaver has been going to town on this, and it looks like they picked up on it and put some wire to stop that process. Pretty cool. What is it?
Alligator.
An alligator in Pennsylvania?
There's another one right there. There's two more. Yeah, they're just laying out there.
I think it's time you get your eyeballs checked.
Think so?
Yeah. Or new binoculars. All right, so this is day 3 of our Elk Scenic Drive tour. We completed the 144 section of it today. There was not a whole lot of viewing opportunities, mostly because it takes you straight up a scary mountain, and there wasn't anywhere to pull off there.
There were a few little pull-off areas, but they weren't
Look at
elk. They were scenic overlooks.
So a few notes. If you're looking to do the Elk Scenic Drive, I would recommend it. It is a very pretty drive. However, a few things. If you're wanting to see the elk, focus on the 555.
555 area.
Yeah. Focus more around there.
Mm-hmm.
The 144, there was one stop that was supposed to be where you could see it, and we did meet a couple there that said they saw a lot of them one time when they were there. There's like a blind. That was pretty cool.
There's quite a few little areas through there that you can stop and hopefully get a chance to see the elk.
Right.
And they also told us too that definitely going first thing in the morning or at sunset was the best time, that you will see a whole lot of them during those periods of time, which we couldn't do the sunset thing. We were heading somewhere else, so we couldn't do that. We did get to see them that morning.
Yeah, we did. That was super cool. I was rather bummed I forgot my camera so I could get any kind of close-up footage or anything, but we did see them.
Right.
What, probably 12 or 15 of them that morning, so.
And we kind of felt grateful that we did, because I had read a post from somebody right before we left, and the guy said he's been coming to the elk country area and doing that route for the last 5 years and has yet to see an elk. But he said on his way home, he saw one standing on the side of the road, so he felt better about it.
Yeah,
But
so we're not giving
I
up
was
hope.
getting discouraged. I was like, oh no, I hope we don't get up there and don't see a single one. I mean, we didn't see them up close, but we saw them off in the distance and we had binoculars, so it was pretty
Right.
cool to see them.
And we have to mention that they design it that way, that you see them from a distance. And the whole thing is they don't want people frightening them out of the area. So there's definite boundaries and everything. Now what it was that the
It's
wood
to protect them.
Yeah, the
that's
Woodridge Farm that we got out and walked. Now there we could have come across some pretty up close and
why.
personal,
Yeah,
and
pretty
we're
sure we saw some elk poop.
yeah
over
that was
there.
fresh, that we had just missed them.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I would recommend checking it out. Definitely a few things to keep in mind if you do it. One being
No cell service.
None.
We stayed at Kettle Creek State Park. We went through
Clear Creek.
Mountain State Park. We stayed at Clear Creek State Park.
and here at Black Moshannon
There's no service at any of these parks.
no, pretty much the entire, what is this, like 117 mile
The
loop?
north central area of the state, these particular state parks, there's no cell service.
No cell service. So make sure you have a backup plan as far as, like, we lost our GPS on the way to Kettle Creek. One of us somehow, I don't know, or the phone timed out, something happened, we lost our GPS. And thankfully we had printed out very detailed directions, we had some maps and everything, and we met some very friendly people that got us where we needed to be.
Same
But-
thing, but today when we left Kettle Creek,
Yeah.
we had no service. We knew we had to catch 144, so we just had to find that down by Renovo. I think that's how you pronounce it, the town of Renovo. And we took 144 down to Black Moshannon State Park, which is very much, there's nothing there. I mean, there really is truly nothing. So,
Okay, so number 2, along with the no cell service, there are 0 gas opportunities. So make sure you gas up, like we got off of 80. And then we'll be getting back on 80 to go back further south. Make sure you start out
with a full tank.
with a full tank of gas, yeah, because there is nothing along the way. And they're
Or
like,
very, 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 very limited. I think we saw just outside of Clear Creek, I think, State Park, there was one little mom and pop gas station that I saw
yeah.
that I remember. And then in Renovo, we could have stopped to get gas. There was gas stations there, but seriously, after that, I don't recall much of anything at all. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess the other thing is check out some stuff along the way. We were pleasantly surprised by Cinema Honing.
Cinema Honey.
Yeah,
Really
that was
pretty.
a really cool park. Kettle Creek was a really interesting area.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah, so go ahead and make those little side trips. It says, 15 miles here, a little 20 miles there. Do it. Just make sure you have a full tank of gas.
I think that's an eagle. Hi everybody, so it is day 4 of our road trip. We are here at Black Moshannon State Park in front of the, I guess, bog area, pond.
The
Not
lake.
Sure, the lake,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyhow, just listening to the sounds. You hear it? I think that might be an eagle up
We're
there.
hoping to see an eagle before
Yeah.
we take off.
Anyhow, lots of bird sounds, owls, all kinds of things going on. We're just going to sit here and enjoy it. All right.
frustrated with myself that I forgot the camera, so I couldn't get